Why do women choose the bad boy?
All the time. Gut. What is the gut? Why should you listen to your gut?
It's important to listen to your gut because there's something inside of you that God places.
When do you know that you're a bad boy? When you what? When you have what? They say that the church girl is the worst.
Oh,
What is it that makes
I
a Ferrari?
said, what makes a Ferrari a Ferrari?
And a Rolls Royce is not a supercar.
What is it?
It's a luxury car. It's a
Oh.
luxury. It's a luxury supercar.
And I noticed that boys are like that. If they're VW, they're VW. If they're BM, they're BM. If they're Mercedes, they're Mercedes. Welcome back.
Back again, guys. Take a bite. Big bites. How are you feeling today?
A little bit all over the place.
Yeah, I can see. I know you. I live with you. I'm with you every day. But I must say, you carry yourself very well. What is it that helps you get along with your day?
Listen, there comes a time in your life where the show must go on.
Good.
And your emotions will pull itself, it will align itself eventually.
And I have things to look forward to. So the fact that I'm going to gym
Yeah,
today, I'm excited. I got church,
yeah.
so I'm going to go and plan for our whole concert. That's exciting to plan for a
Okay.
concert. So musically, that gets me going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Probably got golf over the weekend. You got these little personal things that you got to have. I think that's what I was going. If you don't have those things that you look forward to, spending time with your kids,
Yeah.
you and I, then hey, what's the point of waking up every morning? What do we do us for?
You know what? I just realized that you must always listen to your gut.
That part I find hard because
You know,
my gut slaps at me a lot.
I think I would have saved ourselves a lot of heartbreak if every time I listened to my gut.
And you're right, and sometimes we let emotions get the better of your gut. Now, I have two parts of the gut. The gut is my Holy Spirit, and the gut is a sales gut or
Yeah.
business gut or something you can feel. Excuse me, don't cough in that mic. You guys will go deaf. But let's just talk about that gut. What is the gut? Why should you listen to your gut?
It's important to listen to your gut because there's something inside of you that God places, discernment. And it's there for a reason. And the more we exercise it, the more stronger it gets. Now, what we tend to do is we tend to push it away because what we want and what the voice is telling us is not what we want to hear.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you want something, but the inner gut, the voice, the Holy Spirit is telling you no. But you want that thing, so what do? You go for it, and you end up being the hurt person after that. So coming here back to the office today, I was just sitting there and I was saying like, I should have really listened to my gut.
I said that to myself 10 times. Not only with my cars, with decisions, with business decisions, with things. There's many times that my team will say, Warren, you told us this. But you told us
And
this.
you go and do the opposite.
But you do the opposite. And even when I meet with people and I talk to them, but Warren, you told us about this.
Exactly.
And why? And I'm like, even scratching my head and I'm like, but I told myself this.
Yes.
So I'm actually, tired of that. And you need to stand by your gut. And even if it doesn't feel good,
Yeah.
stand by. Don't let your emotions, and I think that's something that we want to tell people is that don't let your emotions get the better of you. Stick by your gut, stand by your guns.
So-
if you feel something's not right, don't do it. Don't please the situation because it will come back in.
And bite you, but this goes back to picking up red flags, choosing the good guy, but then we end up with the bad boy. Now,
That's a hot topic. Huh? What's the topic? What's that
the
topic?
topic is why do women choose the bad boy?
All the time.
And like the good guy's been there in front of her face, been your friend, been calling you, been there, picking you up. But you're still going for that red flag. What's the problem? Talk. You as a bad boy. Talk.
I don't know. It's very hard for me to explain.
Is it?
Because I'm not the one looking for
No,
me.
I know.
You
But,
know, but
there's
I
something
didn't
about
know I was
you.
a bad boy, man. No, I didn't know. Or do bad boys, let me try and help myself. Do bad boys know they're bad boys? Do bad boys know they're good boys? When do you know that you're a bad boy? When you what? When you have what? You know? That's
A
what I'm saying.
bad boy is usually the cool guy, nice car, a cigarette in his mouth, fixing, handsless, doing his thing, tattoos. That's what they consider a bad boy, right? The one that's cool, always hooks the girls, always the.
Fast mouth talker, big mouth,
I don't
chatting.
know. I
Also,
think that's what's
he's
considered
Bristol,
a-
he's brave. So I think those.
Smooth. He knows how to chat you up. He knows
then
how
doesn't-
to. Yeah, he gets. So basically,
He
the bad
lures.
boys. I'm just gonna say it right now. The bad boy knows how to give you butterflies. The good guy just snares you. I don't know how
I
else
can
to
agree
say
with
it
you.
because
I've been watching Instagram statuses.
yeah.
Statuses tells a lot about a person.
Yes.
A status was designed and a story was designed to tell your mind.
Right.
And a post was to lock a memory.
Okay.
And when I look at it, I've always checked statuses because I get to see how people think. And I do
Right.
come across these young girls,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
girls in general.
Yeah.
And you see the status starts off like nice, and then it goes a bit raunchy, and then it goes a bit like she like wants that guy to. You can see now. I can read the status. I'm not dumb now. I can see what you asking for, and she's like saying, you know what? Can you just come and take me, man? Can you just phone me now? Can you just DM me?
Yeah.
I'm like asking myself, yay, you know what? Times have changed, things have changed. You know, there's technology, but yes, I think the guy feels brave when he's like this bad boy position.
I think.
So he got no restriction, no boundary. You know what I'm saying?
Can I tell you what
He
it
can
is?
overcome this thing of getting that chick.
No. Can I tell you what it is? It's confidence.
Yeah, brave, confidence.
It's confidence in hunting. It's confidence in knowing, hey, I want this girl. Guys may marry. I'm gonna take her.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Now-
So then you go and you flirt with her in such a way that she falls for you. Now the good guy doesn't flirt with her. The good guy tries to befriend her. And unfortunately he gets put in the friend zone. Forever.
So what must the good guy do?
He's got to become a little bit of the bad boy. He's got to ignore her. Because woman, the moment you ignore a woman, when she wants you, she will want you more.
Yeah.
It's the truth. You can ignore a woman and she will say, like, I don't know, women maybe today are going a little bit more stubborn or whatever, but I know majority of women, the moment they smack a O, they look forward to that message, that WhatsApp message or whatever. And then now you're the best friend, you forever checking up. Hello, how are you? Are you fine? What happened?
Sending the roses, being the friendly guy.
You know,
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
it's too monotonous.
It's too
You
predictable.
don't excite her.
Yeah.
The fact that you've ignored her and then she got to chase you a little and then you chase her a little, and it's kind of like Tom and Jerry. Think of the Tom and Jerry relationship.
Now you get different types of bad.
Yeah. Okay.
You get different types of bad boy. Now, is a bad boy a naughty guy, or you get the when I mean, so if I had to categorize, you know, we also used to say that's a bad guy, you know, but he gets that hot chick.
But why are you attracted to the naughty girl? Why are you guys not attracted
We
to the
actually
good
not.
girl?
We actually not.
No, you are.
No. Trust me.
You want the good girl.
No, it's the because it's a hidden agenda with the girls. You
Okay.
can't really tell. You
All
can't
right.
really tell. They you know, they say that the church girl is the worst.
Oh,
You know, that's the common statement.
really?
Yeah, they the ones that are hiding in the church is the one that are, you know, generally, you know, you can't tell.
You're right.
And that has been an old fairy
Thing.
tale of men, but that has changed with
Yeah,
time.
because they also said that you can't make a.
Yes, a
Yeah.
housewife.
Yeah.
And now you know, in time things have actually changed.
Changed.
But the guys don't just necessarily look for that.
I notice guys today, they don't want the girls that's super out there. like
That's what I'm
super
saying. They want the
exposing them.
more because
But they like the one that's a little bit of sexy, but not overly sexy.
the guys, the bad guys. No, let's just talk about what the guys want. You're right. They don't want the woman to be totally available.
Okay. Okay. I get you.
So they can't be protective.
Yeah.
And then this whole new genre of this boy, the type of boy you get.
Yeah.
You can't really say that on this
Yes.
podcast, but I don't know if things have changed, man. I think that
Look,
now it's
men
about
are
having
also, but wait,
3 to 4 different
just
girlfriends.
wait.
and
Let's
4
hold up.
boyfriends.
Men are also evolving, because before there's two types of men that I think. There's like good husband material men. Then you just
So-
get the ones that are just like, I don't know. They
How can we help the people? How can we help the people? The question was asked, why do women like those type of bad boys? Period. Why? You said
There's status attached to it. These days, there's status attached to a bad boy. He
Yes.
either has a great job, a great car, he's very handsome. Those are the things of a bad boy. There's something about him, status, that you want him,
and these women like that.
and they like it.
And like when I went to the Rock Raceway one day, Raul and I were walking, and I said, Raul, just come and take a walk. We parked our car far away.
Yeah.
And all the 135s and the M2340s, those smart cars, right? You could see this owner, the guy outside, ne, with his cap and his music, and his woman was fire
Yeah.
next to him. And Raul, I said, look at that car. He said, no, that one is hot, Uncle Warren. That one is hot. Then we went to the next car, and we saw the Oak parking with his music playing, and he just raced, and his cherry also. And Raul said, yo, that one is hot, fire. And all these cars, you could see the trend, and you could see the boys between 20, 28 years old, max 26, but they had some sort of thing about them.
Yes,
But
yes.
Is that wrong? They attracted that chick, that's it.
All I'm saying is that
everybody.
everybody, so everybody has standards of what they want to date. Some are dating for love, some are dating because they have a standard of, you need to meet me here. I have a car, I have a job, I have a degree, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I think everything just boils down to the type and the standard and the status of.
So is a bad boy good for a girl? I think yes. And I think it's what you make of it.
Yeah.
And I think that a bad boy can turn to a good boy.
100%.
And any bad girl can turn into a good girl. There's no such thing as bad girls
It's
and
just
good
phases
boys.
of life that we all go through at a different time.
Just assess loyalty. Just assess loyalty. Don't get hurt. Don't get used and abused and trashed. Because I got 2 daughters and I don't want a bad boy to come there and mess up her heart.
Exactly.
But unfortunately, I know that the test is coming. But if I can groom that child to be smart, she'll know that, hey, you know what? You can find a good boy, you can find a bad boy, but you can build that relationship. Just like us, we built each other. We all come with history. We all come with past. And the way people make it as if we are perfect people.
Yeah.
But they don't realize you have a horrible history or
Exactly.
a horrible past. And are you willing to build? Are you willing to change? It always comes out to change. Are you willing to become something?
Yeah,
So that's where we are today.
that's where we are.
Okay, ad break. I wanted to give a shout out to Giselle Projects.
Okay.
So Giselle Projects is going to be responsible for printing all our signage for our new storefront design. And we got something big coming for you guys. We're calling it Last Big Bite, baby. Yeah, Mrs. Bibi, Last Big Bite. That's going to be something fresh, something new. You guys are going to have a new picture zone to come across. And Giselle Projects is a company that does high-end billboard printing, steel fabrication, printing of banners, billboards, custom-made printing. I mean, laser on that high-end level. They based here in Olivedale, Randburg side. Very professional, very clean, 5S orientated. Go and check them out in the link. Giselle Projects, top company. Truly proud to be associated with such a professional printing,
Absolutely.
advertising company, and clean, eh?
Yes.
Clean. Workshop was on point. Owner's on point. Knows what he wants. I like that. So
Yeah.
so the shout out and the ad goes to Giselle Projects.
So we're back.
We're back, baby, and now we're gonna talk my favorite talk.
Favorite topic. So here's something I, as a chick, asked my husband the other day. I was like, we were sitting at a restaurant and there was a Ferrari parked outside. And he said to me, yeah, this is a supercar league. So Ferrari is going to supercars. And
No, you said to me when the car was leaving, you said, what is it that makes
oh, I
Ferrari?
said, what makes a Ferrari a Ferrari? Because listen, if a Ferrari rocks up, everyone knows number one, it's a Ferrari, that horse.
Why?
But why does it get this love? Like, I needed
status.
to know what makes this Ferrari a Ferrari. And
I told her there's categories.
yeah.
I said, hey.
And
you
I
know
said, like, what do you mean categories? And I found this topic interesting, and I know most guys would know this, but most women need to also be educated in this, because when your boyfriend has whatever car there and you see another car pull up like a Ferrari, you need to know that, okay, you can't be comparing apples with bananas now. We are in different categories here. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So that was interesting to me, and
And then people also feel that the Porsche and the Ferrari is the highest form, and that you've arrived, and actually
you haven't, because
because
I
there's another
was-
level.
Exactly. And I was just like so amazed by it. Like, and mind you, this man knew it on the back of his hand. I was very impressed.
Thank you.
Being a super fan of yours.
So high level
Yeah.
categories. There's these are high level. There's a lot more categories in between. Let's not go into SUV, sedan,
Blah, 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 blah. Let's just go
hatchback,
into
and
basic.
coupe and all that. Okay, fine. There's all those. Those are types.
Right.
Those
So
are
I
types.
knew that there's supercars. I did know that those were your
Now you get it.
McLarens, your Rolls Royce, whatever.
And a Rolls Royce is not a supercar.
What is it?
It's a luxury car. It's a
Oh.
luxury. It's a luxury supercar. So it's a very different. You can see it can go further.
Because you don't race with those type of
Not
cars.
necessarily.
It's just like for status, right?
It is a supercar, but it's not what I'm going to mention in the last one.
So
And
then
it's
I
not a
asked,
sports car either.
Then I asked him,
So
so
what-
what comes after a supercar? Is there anything after a supercar?
So let's just start at the bottom.
Yeah.
What's right at the bottom? A vintage car.
Okay.
And a vintage car is like from the 1917 to 1930s.
Yeah.
Those are Henry Ford's first car.
Yes.
Henry Ford pulled out a vintage car, and now if you own one, anything in the 1930s, 1933, you got a vintage car.
Okay.
And then anything that's 45 years and older, or in the 45-year bracket, is an antique car.
Right.
So you get an antique car, and that's now 45, and we are nearing antique. Especially, there's many cars that are in the 1940s, 1950s, 1960s, 1970s. Those are
Okay.
antique cars. Those are our father's cars, the Valiants, and the what was those big cars that they were driving? Those classic cars. Our dads, our old men.
All those Ford.
Those old Datsuns and stuff. And then you get what we call the classic cars,
Right.
and that's where we are playing in right now.
With
Classic is a
the
20-year-old car.
BMs and that.
The box BM is fighting out of the classic because it's over 20. It's
Going into vintage.
going into vintage.
Okay.
Because our one so our Mark One
Yeah.
is 4 years away from vintage.
Oh wow.
So it's 41 years old. So the moment that car turns 45, and if it's in a mint condition,
It goes into
it
vintage.
goes into a vintage classic, and the value, if not triples.
Oh.
I'm not talking about double.
Yeah.
Triples.
Okay.
And when your car is now 45 and over,
Ching.
no, you fetching in the there's no zeros to put there. So yeah,
So a lot of the times I would assume people don't sell their vintage cars.
you can't sell a vintage car. A vintage car must be locked and forgotten in heritage and been given to your child. You cannot, there's no price figure. And you generally find the old people get robbed of their vintage cars because they don't really know what the value is.
Yeah.
Nobody knows this. And then classic cars are misunderstood because your XR6s and your E30s and your late Mercedes Benzes and your all of that fall into the
Okay.
20-year cars. Then it gets fun because then you get a thing called a sports car.
Right.
Now, what's a sports car? It's a family sports car. Nowadays, they launched sports cars. There were sports cars back in the day. It was your AMGs,
Yeah.
your old M3s,
Okay.
your old cars that had all the SL55s. Now, your new sports cars, RS3, RS4, new M3, even the basic entry-level Porsche GTS
Okay.
is a sports car. Even your freaking G-Wagon is like a sports car.
Really? Okay.
GL63 is in the same league. So what a sports car is a family man that's feeling sporty,
Yes.
and he's not in the league of 2 bar and above, 3 bar,
Okay.
but he can buy, a sports car is between 2.8 million maximum. can't be over 3. 3 million is just because you want to over exaggerated the car.
Right.
Then you get the
Supercar.
supercar. Now your supercar is all your Lamborghini Aventadors.
What does a Ferrari cost? Like an entry level
4
basic?
4 to 12 million.
Really?
Yeah, entry like a California can go anything between 9 million.
Yeah.
You open up the Auto Trader now, 10.1 million. You will find a Lamborghini Aventador for about 14 million. A SVJ can go up to 30 million.
Okay.
Like any, because remember, here's the problem. Those Ferraris, Lambos, and Rolls Royce can also become classics and vintages.
Yeah.
So they become a classic vintage car, or a sports vintage car, or a super classic car. Now you're dealing with something that's absolutely overwhelming, and therefore you get now what you're looking at here.
I'm looking for the price of a Ferrari.
Okay, yeah, and some Ferraris can go up to 23 million,
Okay.
488. Can go up to 23, 24, but you're not going to get it over 24, 25 million.
I'm opening
Between
Auto
13
Trader.
and 24 million. 13 and 24 million. Your very entry level Ferraris are 5 to 6 million, because your Porsches are
Okay,
borderline
so there's a Ferrari here.
8 or 7 999.
Okay, so the cheapest one here is a Ferrari 2013
Old,
458 Spider
yeah,
for 3.6.
yeah, old.
Well, a 2019 Ferrari.
Can't be less than 6 or 8 million. Come on,
4.4.
4.4 million. What
It's
Ferrari?
a silver. I'm looking at what is it? It's a Ferrari Portofino for sale.
May I have a look at that?
Sure.
4 million.
4 million, silver one.
Okay, but these are like ugly Ferraris.
But it's a Ferrari.
Yeah, but I'm like, I mean, okay, I get your point.
I'm just saying, if you open up Auto Trader and you Google Ferrari, that's what's coming up.
You know, like a Ferrari SF90.
But now, obviously, your more relevant ones,
see here.
the new releases,
See, that's the price.
14.5.
Between 8 and 14
Sure.
million is what you should be paying
And
for.
this is
But
a
you're right,
SF90.
No, that's still new. 10 million. Now watch this. What's after supercar?
Right. Tell me about this.
It's a hypercar.
Now,
that-
those cars take my breath
Now
away.
Pagani Zonda, Koenigsegg,
Sure.
Koenigsegg still was
Bugatti.
Bugatti. They were
The
holding.
Bugatti Veyron always had my heart. From the day I used to sit and watch, what's this? Top Gear with you. There was a maroon one. It was just like, I don't know why. I just loved that car. Like the
Hypercars,
Bugatti
yeah, it's-
Veyron.
I had a
My
Bugatti
dream to sit in one.
car as a kid. A little old. You know, Bugatti is an old brand, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
It's not a new brand.
Yeah.
It's been around for long. It's owned by VW,
Right.
right? So it's a VW and Audi
Yeah.
and Bugatti, all same league.
Okay.
That's what makes VW owns feel so great.
Right.
They're riding mini Bugattis in their minds.
Yes.
Or they owned by the group. But it was a top brand. It was only made popular when they made it the fastest car in the world.
Right.
And then it got zoned out. But hypercars are all those cars that are breaking world records, like fastest car, super low, super light, supercar blondies forever in those hypercars.
Okay.
And then you get over and above, you're getting hybrid. So now they broke into the hybrid hypercar, hybrid supercar.
Because they say that a Ferrari can go into a hypercar. From what I've read on, they say that some Ferraris fall under that hypercar category.
They're different types. Because now you're going back to your question. What makes you feel when you drive a Ferrari? It's the color.
I think,
I'm gonna
for
start
me,
with-
Ferrari should never be anything else than red.
They had to differentiate because clientele were asking.
We're asking for the yellow, the white,
Yellow,
the
the white, and the
silvers.
blacks, and the silvers. But Ferrari is stigma known for their color.
Okay,
They're
so-
also known for winning many Grand Prix.
Oh, that's
races.
what I wanted to say.
Ferrari was known.
Michael Schumacher.
He won.
He
Ayrton
owns
Senna.
that. He owns that name
Before him,
because.
Ayrton Senna, who died.
Okay.
Before he died in
But
a
I
very
don't
bad.
think even most people know that because if
think
you, the
they know
moment
that.
you say Michael Schumacher,
They know. And so he made it with the Grand Prix. And then before that, Ferrari was racing in old racetracks, old oval tracks, long before the Formula One became big.
Right.
Ferrari has been fighting that war of trying to win and always trying to be on top.
right?
And that's why they actually have heritage.
Yeah.
But it's the color,
Yeah.
it's the shape,
Yes.
it's the lowness of the car. That car stands by your torso.
Okay.
Car stops here. You're confused.
Okay, so now I'm gonna ask name. I'm gonna drop the name of the car, and you're gonna tell me what color you prefer that car in, right? So we're gonna start with Ferrari,
Red.
Lamborghini,
No, it has to be black.
Lambo black,
Yeah, Aventador black.
a McLaren,
It has to be the orange.
okay, Porsche,
Two colors in a Porsche. It's either that white, that standard white with the black decals,
okay,
or the funky colors. One of those reds, heavy red or heavy orange or heavy green. Because Porsche got this fire. They just
they got that bright
lime green,
Yes, yes,
or
I've seen it.
lime orange. I don't know what's wrong with them, but it must be a striking Porsche.
Okay, Bentley,
Bentley gold, man,
Rolls Royce,
two-tone.
the new M3,
That how can I?
Isle of Man.
No, I hate the green. The green, I hate it.
Which one?
The Isle of Man is the green. I like
Oh.
the yellow one. How
Other one.
How can I not know? It's not coming to my head. Jeez,
It's
man.
Isle of Man, and the other one it's
All I can think of is Austin yellow, which is my one, right? The color. But Jeez, Warren, how can you not know the yellow color? Okay, I forgot it.
Sao Paulo.
Sao Paulo.
Okay.
With the blue. I feel stupid.
Okay, Mercedes. If I had to give you a
Silver.
G wagon.
Silver.
Okay.
Mercedes
What
are all
about R8?
white?
And then S3.
Blue.
Okay. All right. So you know which colors you want in which car.
And so, in closing to the car topic, Mrs. BB, I've noticed that cars, I think, suit owners' personalities.
Do you?
Yes, and the stigma of it's a BM driver,
Oh yeah, it's a
He's a
polo driver.
Polo driver,
Right.
and he's a Merc driver, he's a Hyundai driver. So,
Right.
Is that true? How do you feel about that? That the car you drive, or is it the way you keep the car?
No. I think the person just becomes part of that vehicle. That it's like
So no
you
matter
can't
what-
separate that brand from that person. And I noticed that boys are like that. If they're a VW, they're a VW. If they're a BM, they're a BM. If they're a Mercedes, they're a Mercedes. If they're an Audi fan, they're an Audi fan. You're not going to change that man's mind. And his personality, the way he is, the way he becomes the
It's
brand.
like a forced thing, but it's like Liverpool and Man United.
Yeah.
It's like the way you grew up.
Because if I buy you a VW t-shirt now, you won't wear it.
I will now.
Will you?
Now
You love it.
I got a GTS.
But you do have people who
a BM buyers.
they just they'll stick to their brand, and I just think men become one with their car.
Ne?
That's a way of saying it, and there's nothing wrong with that because they just smart. The engineering, the way the car is, the technology, the interior, the colors, the way the car is. It just becomes.
So what's
who
the
you
best
are.
car right now that's trending on the market that you feel? What's the number one trending sports car? That's the affordable man sports car that you think is on the road.
Affordable?
Top three.
There's none.
Top three. No, I don't mean affordable. Sorry, I meant outrageously unaffordable.
I think there's the people that I'm
Sports car,
surrounded
sorry.
by.
Yeah.
The people that it's definitely M3, M4.
So your BM category, bring that.
It's the
so if you're a
M3,
BM
M4.
owner, the best type of BM to own
Every
right now.
person who owns a BM are gunning to own an M3.
Gunning to own an M3.
If you're an Audi, you gunning to own the RS3. Finish and clear. You want the big boy. You don't want to waste your time.
Right.
If
I
you-
hear that RS7 is kind of
Right. And then
something else.
if you're a VW lover,
Must
you
be a
want that
R.
RA. You want any
8R.
R8R car. You want it. Yeah?
So those are your top. Now I actually think the most trending cars are actually your one below. Your people are gunning a lot of the 340s, the M335, the 340, M340,
M240?
M240, M340 is actually trending.
But those
and
are now,
GTI.
they're going to work their way to
Oh,
owning.
those are building the
think
M240s
so.
to be like M3s, boss. Let me tell you, if
That's
you go,
another topic for a whole nother day is
why?
I don't understand why would you buy an M240 and build it up to be an M3? Why wouldn't you just buy the M3?
I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because it's
Price.
expensive.
Price.
Yeah, it's double the price.
Sure.
You can't even buy an M3 because if you own an M240, That's it. That's what you could afford. And I'm telling you, it's the best. It's just price. The M3 is totally outpriced.
It is ridiculous.
It's so ridiculous that you can buy an RS3 and still have change to put modifications on your RS3 to the value of 300,000 Rand. So a person who's driving a worked RS4 or a worked RS3, you just got a stock M3 for that price.
Huh?
Straight up.
Okay, so why
stock
why
entry is
why
2
is BM why is BM charging us or gone so ridiculous?
They're
with their
cloud chasing now.
or are they making it that price because they don't want so many people to have it?
They're cloud chasing. I'm telling you, M3, the BMW stable, the brand is just on it. Now that they launched that M4 about 6-7 years ago, they on this level. They bragging price. And yes, people are gonna say that the parts are expensive to make and mold, but no, bro. Go check an RS. An RS3 has the same quality, same better drivetrain, top gearbox, top 5-port. What is your M3 got the same?
This
So it's
sounds
actually-
like it is
You're paying
a topic
on its own.
on its own,
getting
which we
personal
will
now.
come because we've touched some nerves here,
No,
car
I mean,
lovers.
even a CCG3 AMG is heavily overpriced.
I think they are.
The M's and the AMGs
I think
is
they
heavily overpriced. So if you really want the ultimate car for me right now, my choice has to be a RS.
Yeah, you've been saying you want that car.
I would. So I'm saving
You know,
up
I
to
fell
buy
in
an-
love with BM because of you,
Yes.
and now you falling in love with Audi.
Yeah, I'm actually transitioning to Audi. So if I had it my way, I would buy an RS4
Okay.
because it's the station wagon, and I put a
Oh, it's beautiful.
I'll put a fat rim and I'll squat that car and I'll put spaces on it, right? And I will rock an RS like no man, because I know it's the fastest, and I'll just put a chip and I'll whack all the M's. Well, anyway, I think we enjoyed this. I enjoyed this. You stimulated my blood, man.
Turned out better than expected, guys. So listen, never give up.
Yeah,
Stay focused
yeah.
and listen to your gut.
God bless. Goodbye.
Ciao.